Chapter 12.
Chapter 12.
Chapter 12.
Let's go to chapter. Hold on. Chapter what old people do.
And the book. Turn to chapter 12.
What they do? When the senior pastor, when your pastor's dad preaching.
Turn to Ezekiel.
Wait a minute. I was trying to say it. What's that? Ecclesiastes. What is that chapter?
No, I can't say it.
I can't say it.
Ecclesiastes.
I can't never say it.
Ecclesiastes.
I can't never say it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, chapter 12.
Chapter 12. All right, so.
What is that, double for your trouble?
Whew, boy.
Boy,
All
I
right.
tell you, God is good.
So let's talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody knows this about Rickey Smiley. What is it?
Chapter 12 in the book. If you haven't got it, you have to read it. Let me just shout out God. God is, and I'm gonna do this without getting emotional. This God that I serve, I don't know what God you serve, but the God that I serve is wonderful, and He's magnificent. He's awesome. Bishop Eddie Long used to say he's my real dad. Mm. And everything that I went through, for every mountain He brought me over, for every trial He see me through, for every blessing, hallelujah. For this I give Him praise. And I remember like sitting there on that front row of my son's funeral wondering like, what? And the 1 year anniversary, right before the 1 year anniversary of my son's death. Now, mind you, God, I put in some work though. After my son died, I still went out and fed the homeless. I still went out and said, I'm gonna show you God. You remember when Job's wife told him to curse God and die? Mm. And he said no, and he continued to serve God, and God gave him double for his trouble. Remember that story of Job? Man, God did that for me also. I found out before the 1 year anniversary of Brandon's death, God was like, be still, I got you. And that's the first time I actually felt it. I didn't feel Brandon's death until 1 year later during the anniversary, because when he died, I had to take care of everything and make sure everybody was straight and console my kids, console my mother, make sure my son, other parents was straight, and just did the best I could to support them and keep everything together. So when that 1 year came, it was like somebody whispered to me and told me that Brandon had passed away. The only difference was I didn't have a casket or no flowers, no obituary. So I felt it. And I was by myself sitting in Florida, and I went to Florida. I couldn't even stay in my house. I just went to Florida and stayed there for weeks. And I had got a phone call from an ex-girlfriend, and I remember exactly where I was standing in my apartment, and she had explained that, because I asked her, because we're friends, and most of my exes, women that I dated, we are best friends. I don't be like, get the hell on and F you and all that stuff. Some relationships, most of my relationships don't work out because of my schedule, and because of whoever I'm dating schedule, and sometimes we just end up going apart, but we remain connected. She went to court with her, with her ex-boyfriend about her identical twin daughters. Found out that those identical twin daughters was not her ex-boyfriend, and we dated after she ended that relationship. Come to find out that these two, why are you looking at me like that? Come to find out I have 5-year-old identical twin beautiful daughters that I am head over heels in love with.
Let me just clear up the moment, y'all. Rickey just announced that he has surprise twins, and he just found out.
Now, mind you, listen to this. You ready for this? Been knowing them their whole life. They've been coming over to Grayson's birthday parties and play dates, playing on the swing set, all of that stuff. Never thought nothing. Me and her joked about this. I don't run away from being a father, and she not the type of a mom that would keep a child from from a dad. So we joked about this.
Yeah.
Twins. I remember getting phone calls when they were sick. What should I do? Should I give them this? I said, go ahead and mix up the Motrin, then give them Tylenol. I know all the stuff. You got to do Tylenol, and then you got to come back with Motrin.
Right. Yeah. Keep that temperature down.
Keep the temperature down. And the whole time, they are my biological daughters.
You did not feel any sort of connection. You did not see anything that's like, dang, that reminds me of me, or that reminds me of my son or my daughter.
Yeah, I just thought, since I was, older, that, what I'm saying, that I just couldn't, I had no idea, because I haven't had no kids since Malik.
Yeah.
Or whatever, what I'm saying. I've been in relationships.
I can't believe this.
But yeah, it's, when I tell you that's the first time I saw the sun again, during that dark hour, the sun came back out. The sun came back out. I couldn't get back to Birmingham fast. I think I was back in Birmingham in about 2 days.
How old were they when you found out you were the father?
4, almost 5. And on their 5th birthday, which is February the 1st, I went into their house as their father for the first time.
What did that feel like?
It was their birthday. I came in with flowers and balloons. I had already sent cake and edible around. I was just sending stuff. I know I probably drove her crazy. I feel so bad now. I was just overly excited. Then I had one of my mentees who decorate to redo my oldest daughter's rooms. Like, let's get the rooms going. We got to redecorate the room. I got twins.
Yeah.
Then I had a guy hire somebody to go and stir the sand up and add new sand to the sandbox. Sandbox haven't been played in since Malik and Deessa was kids. They grown now.
Yeah.
Had to go get a new trampoline, put a new trampoline out there. Let's go get the little play area set and all this preparation. I didn't tell my family for a whole month. I spent time with them where I can develop a relationship and where they could be focused on me and I could be focused on them. And then the way I rolled it out was I had the whole family to come together, because thinking that they were going to a memorial dinner for Brandon. I had Brandon's picture on the easel and all the family showing up for the memorial dinner. And I got up on stage at some point, because I said the memorial dinner was not sad. It was Isley Brothers and all the songs that Brandon liked, Frankie Beverly and Mays, a lot of old school R&B, up dancing and dinner, memorial dinner for him. And I got on stage and thank everybody for coming. I said, God gonna give you double for your trouble. And I said, I want to announce that I have a daughter. I want y'all to meet Allison. And they brought her on stage. And I remember my oldest daughter, like under her eyes was just trembling, and she had her baby and she was trying to jump on the stage. She jumped up on the stage and she picked her up and grabbed her so quick, like my sister. Like, it was emotional. And everybody was like, they were shocked. And then I said, God will give you what? They say double for your trouble. And when I bought that other identical twin out, they lost it. They lost it. So these are our biological Alyssa. So I have Allison and Alyssa, biological twin daughters. And I didn't think I could have kids.
Of course.
For real. I know now.
Yeah. So now that you've gone from one end of the spectrum to the other, let's talk about that piece there. Brandon passing away, you having to acknowledge that your oldest son is gone, and now you've got to usher in 2 new children that you didn't even know that you had, but you were always in their life.
Yeah.
Talk about that little space there. What were you going through mentally?
Oh, it was joy.
It was joy.
It was relief. You getting ready to cry about Brandon, and one of them talking about they want a snack. You getting ready to cry about Brandon, one of them said, hey, I got a potty. You getting ready to cry about Brandon, and you sitting there thinking, you sitting up here thinking about Brandon, your mind went off and one of them in your face. You got a bald head. You got a bald head. You got a bald head. You ain't got no hair, Daddy. You ain't got no hair. You got a bald head, Daddy. You got a bald head.
That'd be some kids, though.
Playing with the baby doll hair, doing hair again. Long hair, inches. Oh, my God.
You needed that?
Huh?
You needed that?
Oh, I needed it. Still, it works. They saved my life. They saved my life. Man, listen. God, when Brandon died, remember I told you that Wednesday, I said, God, I'm going to trust you. I had the clothes in the car to take to the funeral home. I said, but before I go to the funeral home, I'm going to stop by the Salvation Army and serve the homeless. With my son's clothes in the car to take to the funeral home, and I got to make sure that the tie and all the stuff matched with the inside lining of the casket. I said, but I'm going to trust you, God, because I want to show you. I want to show you, despite of my trials and tribulations and how heavy my burden is right now, that I'm still going to serve. And that was the worst day, because that was the day it was dark and raining. It was dark and raining that day. And all them homeless people coming through there to try to get a hot dog, with some sauerkraut on top and some chips. And them homeless people was like, Rick, man, sorry about your son, man. I lost my son too. You lost your son too, and you homeless. So already getting gratitude.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I lost my son, but I at least I could go over here and got a few resources. At least I can bury him.
Yeah.
Folks that lost their son and can't bury their kids.
Yeah.
Can't buy a headstone. All this stuff. So it was like you start getting gratitude. So when that happened with the twins, I feel like because I did that, I just feel like God set everything up just like that for a reason, for that purpose. Okay, yeah, you got all these kids over here, but you got these twins over here, but not right now.
Ooh.
Not right now. See, you can look at it and make it as messy as you want to make, whatever your perspective is or whatever. This is what I believe, right? God don't make no mistakes, right? I could have, hey, not right now. They straight. Okay. You raise these kids over here. Brandon, go away. Now, here. Because I need you to smile and be happy because you got to help other people that lost kids.
Yeah.
Now I'm on the road on a book tour, and I'm meeting people that lost their 2-year-old son. My son was 32. So I'm meeting a couple that's almost 40 that lost their 2-year-old son in New Orleans because he drowned. See, they didn't get to see their son get on the school bus.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? I met a lady in D.C. I met performing at the MGM. She said, hey, I had one child. I had a daughter. She died. Just want you to know I lost my only child. And it was a daughter. My pastor, Pastor Brian, lost his daughter. Pastor King lost his son. All of these people lost their kids. And they got to go face their kids' murderers, some of them. And some of them, the kids was in elementary school. God let me, my son lived to be 32 years old. My dad was 26 when he died. Look at what my grandparents went through. See, at the end of the day, God is still good because it could have been worse.
Yeah. And
that is a good perspective to live off of. I can live off the perspective that I take in this whole situation. And you gave me some twins. Not to replace Brandon, but here you go. Here's some joy.
Yeah.
You've been kind to people. You done raised all these kids that weren't yours. You never knew that you had any biological daughters. Here you go. And they are obsessed with my 2 daughters. They are obsessed with D-Essence and Aaron. They love Malik and Craig and just the, oh my God.
Now that you know them, can you see yourself in them now?
Yeah, one of them has remnants of, one of them looked like me when I was 5, and the other one has my personality. Yeah, and they flip. Every month they flip. one love you and one can't stand you, and then the next month they flip. They back
As
and
twins
forth.
do.
But man, when they came, man, I had to set some boundaries for them. I had to get some discipline and some structure and stuff. The mom did the best that she could.
Yeah.
Mom, have a great mom. She's a great co-parent. She worked really, really hard, respectful, you know, and we just one big family. As a matter of fact, they spend the night at my other kid's mom's house all the time because, you know, that's DeEssence's mom. DeEssence has a daughter. They love Denver. So they always over there. So they have an obsession because she spoil them and let them get away with stuff. That's why they don't want to be with me half the time. I'm like a sit your butt down and stop jumping. Stop jumping and running up and down the steps and stomping. What you stomping for? I be like my grandma. Hey, what you stomping for? Hey, you know dads don't do nothing. What we do? Hey, sit down. Hey.
Right.
No, we ain't finna go up there. Wait. We don't even go up there. We tired. And I'm not finna go up them stairs. Hey, sit. Wait. and then you be doing the little movement like they can see your dog. Right. Hey. What you doing that for? Why do you do that? Why do we do that? Well, hey. Ain't nobody said your dumb ass jerking.